Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to our today's session of Meet the Global Leader. This session, we invite students, we invite professionals around the world to share their lessons, share their journey of skills and knowledge development with our audience who are university going students. And School of Entrepreneurship Development is a youth-led non-profit organization based in Bangladesh. So we just want to inspire students so that they develop the, skills, develop knowledge before graduation. That will support them to start their career just after right after their graduation. So today we have invited Ms. Maria. She is an international relations graduate from Argentina with experience in global affairs research, political analysis, and international writing. She currently serves as a teaching assistant at Universidad Abierta Interamericana and
Very good,
contributes
very good.
contributes as a writer for Escenario Mundial. Her background also
Good.
includes humanitarian work with the Argentina Red Cross. Please join me in welcoming Maria to our ACD Meet the Global Leader session. Maria, how are you doing today?
Hi, good morning. I
Good
am so
morning.
happy that invite me here for my first webinar. And one acceleration that my English is not the best. So I really try to give one English very understand, but it's one very important acceleration.
Definitely, absolutely all right. We discuss very basic English, so there is no right and no there is no wrong. Just
Okay.
share based on your from your heart. So that's what our audience they will understand because English is our second language that we speak in Bangladesh.
Okay.
So if you first share about your student life, what
Mhm.
inspires you? How's your student life, and what do you think about skills? Why you associate with like different activities as a student? If you just share your perspectives in brief.
Yeah, I think that the best skill that the students have to know is one that you have to be very curious. If you are very curious, maybe I don't know, I study international relation, so be one person very curious is help me to understand the same conflict in this different perspective. I don't know, when I write about one news, I have to read all the perspective in the left perspective or the right perspective. And I think that if you only concern in one perspective, maybe you I don't know, you are very far away about being one person very critically.
Yeah, and you are building your journey in international relations while also working in research, writing, humanitarian volunteering.
Yeah.
What first inspired you to enter this field? Because like most students, they think, oh, I don't have enough time apart from my study. So, how was it for you?
I remember that I was a little young, and I was in the supermarket with my with my neighbor, and she told me that she started to study this career in international relation, and I say, what is that? Because when I was young, I want to be lawyer, and she told me that international relation has economic, history, and also politics, and I say, okay, that's all. I want to study that career because it's one combination about all the things that I want. It's one career where you can read about economic, but also you can read to political. And I feel I love a very big passion with the history. So this inspired me to study this career. The 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 read about very different accounts and also the history. I love the history.
That's great. I mean, if you share a little bit about why students explore research field, how it helps them develop different skills?
Sorry, what?
Why it is important, like to do research as a student, and if separate as a
Because
student, yeah.
yes, because I don't know in Bangladesh how works the university, but here in Argentina, maybe when you read one news or I don't know one theory, you read one I don't know person who is big the connect with the left wave or the right left. Here in Argentina, the politics is very politicized because everything corresponded with one thinkers, with one perspective on. So I think that when you're writing or when you read, you have to be very curious and also research a lot of news, research and criticize a lot of perspective because if you read only one, maybe your opinion is very, I don't know how to say, but it's not complete.
Absolutely. I mean, they cannot share reference, like, I have learned from here, or they cannot quote that
Mhm.
stuff. That's great. So many students study international relations in the classroom, but you also actively write and research global affairs outside university. How has extracurricular involvement shaped your academic experience?
Extracurricular activities have allowed me to connect theory with the practice. As I speak, international relation is one career very theory. Maybe the practice side isn't here. So through me writing, research, and volunteering, I have been able to explore topics beyond the classroom and develop a deeper understanding of global issues. These experiences have made my academic study more meaningful and have helped me grow both personality and professionally way. It's one form to combination the practice and the theory.
That's absolutely true, because like when you study, it is in our head, stuck in our head. Like when we go, like outside our comfort zone, we go out in the field, and
Yeah.
then we can relate those. Like that's really really important.
Yes.
You have contributed articles, analysis through a scenario mundial. Sorry for
Yeah.
if my spelling is not correct. How has writing helped you better understand global issues and strengthen your voice?
I think that writing forces me to think critical, organize complex information in a clear way. I very important say a very important point that I have to say is every article needs to research, analysis, and reflection. I think that if you reflection about what you read and what you write is the key to help to create one own perspective. And international relation is very important to be one own perspective with because maybe when we read, we say, okay, that's new, it's very good, but is your perspective or the perspective of another person that's right about that? So I think that here about writing about global affairs is you have to be a lot of information, a lot of different ways to see the same conflict or the same, I don't know, um, the same conflict, but you have to understand that your perspective is very important here and now influence it with another perspective.
Yeah, definitely. So, like research and analysis often happen behind the scenes. What skills have you developed through research that students may not realize are important early in their careers?
This is one gossip, but I think that the other day I was in one subject with my teacher and I see how the people don't read anymore. I think that why? I don't know. I have we have to know that this new type of information like ChatGPT, Gemini, and of this world have chat the people is not read anymore. And I hate when the people don't read because it's very important. So I think that
Definitely.
I study international relations, so I have to read all the time, with books, with news. I don't know, it's webinar. I don't know, but I have to read all the time when I start my day and when
Yeah,
I finish my day. So I think that the very important skill that we have to have like a student is read all the time.
definitely. Because we are living in a world, so we are screen addicted, and this addiction, let us not study the paper book.
Yes.
We cannot study the hard papers. We cannot focus. At the same times, professionals who work, they also are mostly engaged and occupied with, digital on digital screens. That actually do not let them focus on study hard papers. So that is important, like when you do research, we study books, we
Yes.
search online. This is very important, and it's also a good addiction and good for our brains because it helps us develop critical reasoning. And this is very important, and it's a very serious skill that we should develop nowadays to, for to prepare ourselves for future, what is coming for us. So yeah, research. And sometimes just one thing here. Sometimes people think, like students think, that it's a very difficult thing. Research, you have to learn these, you have to apply these statistics. There's so many things they should cover. That's why, because in so many cases people share negative stories regarding research. Oh, you have to study a lot. You will
Yeah.
not find enough time to enjoy your, student life or other life. So, what do you think? I mean, um, apart from your study, why? So, what inspired you to do research? Explore this research field. In
Yes.
short, if you share.
Okay. Because when I want, let me think. Because when I write, I want to read very neutral news. I When I read another news, maybe I can identify one perspective that is connected with the right politic or left political. So when I read one new, I want that. I want to be very neutral, very objective, and only information, no more that.
Understandable. And you have mentioned politics. As a general citizen, why everyone should uh, not participate in politics but understand politics, why they should study it. I mean, just not study, it's just like, like keep reviewing this field, what is going on. And so based on your experience, if you share, you review on politics.
Sorry, I can hear you for
Can
my.
you hear me?
Can you
Can you hear me?
repeat the question?
Yeah. So why, like every citizen, especially students, I mean young generation, should,
Mm-hmm.
study politics, not study in the sense of academic study. It's about study politics, what's going on, why it is important for especially students to understand what is going on in the political sector.
Oh, yeah. I think that in a very short way because you have to know what's happening in the world. It's very important what is happening in the world, and everything is connected. What happened here in Argentina maybe is connected what happened in United States, and what happened in United States is connected what happened, I don't know, in Bangladesh. So in the world, everything is connected. So if you only, I don't know, read about news here in Argentina, maybe you don't why understand. Sorry, maybe you understand why happened in United States. So you have to read all the time and the
Absolutely.
world news, not only in your country or in your city.
Yeah, that's very important because it is it is like very limited version of us if we are only like thinking about our local market or within our territory, because when you go beyond our territory, and that's what the world is, like the meaning of life is there, and there's so many
Yeah.
things to. I am for the world, not for my country, so this is very important to remember. Leadership can look very important, different, sometimes through volunteering, sometimes through writing, and sometimes through supporting academic work. How do you personally define leadership?
I think that for me, leadership is not only one concept vinculate with, I don't know, titles or authority. If you are leadership, you have to be one person very responsibility, and you have to have the ability to inspire the another people, the another, I don't know, organization, the another, um, I don't know, a university, and all the time. A good leader listens, support, and also know to work in team. I think that I love work in the team way. So when you learn that working with people and with in a, when you work with people, you have two different perspective, but you have the same object. So this is, I think that is the most beautiful way to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, like students, they think leadership is they have to be Nelson Mandela, like that's why, like this type of skill that people portray in most cases in a uh, negative way. You have to be a leader, you have to be a president, you have to be, like a mayor, you have to hold a very powerful position. No, like supporting an elder person to cross the road, it's also leadership. Taking the initiative, doing good for the community. There are so many situational stuff, but this is everyone is a leader, but it is maybe the scenario is different. So that's the thing, that you don't have to be Nelson Mandela when you are a student at the university to be a leader. So leadership is, it's a continuous developmental journey that you go through in your life. So it's not a very big deal. You just go with the flow. You are balancing academics with writing, research, and practical experience. What has helped you stay organized and consistent? Because like a lot of students, they complain, oh, if I go volunteer with this organization, I cannot focus on my study. My
Yeah.
result is bad. So how do you actually manage your time?
I think that the best way to answer your question is separate the important and the urgent. The things are urgent can't wait, but the things are important, yeah. So setting clear your priorities has been essential. I always try to establish realistic goals, manage my time very carefully, and I think that the best way here and the best key for be very organized and consistent is the motivation and the discipline. Consistency is often more important than perfection. This is I love this word because I think that especially when balancing multiple responsibilities, I I I am one person that I have a lot of responsibilities all the day. So clearing that, separate the urgent and the important is a very way to understand my times.
It's like all through our life, every stage in our life, like not in this life, we need to understand what is important, what is not that much important, this kind of set of priorities, A, B, C. uh, the big CEO, like the corporation CEOs, uh, they actually say this, like share the same, almost same mindset. Like that. They find time for their priorities. I personally support JP Morgan CEO, Jamie Dimon. He
Mhm.
always say that, like after like a certain amount of time, he completely spends time with his family. Like most of the time, apart from works, that
Mhm.
is the priority. So for everyone, they should have priority. Like you love research, you study politics, say for example, you write, you blog, whatever you do, these are your priorities. So these kind of priorities, spending, wasting time after social medias, like this is should not
Yeah.
be the this is not a priority. This is a waste of time. So that activities that actually directly or indirectly supports you as a person is important. You should focus on that. So this is very important. Like in most cases, we do not love ourselves. Like that's why we do not explore it. We don't think about that. What should be our priorities? Or what are the things that are beneficial for us? That is really important. Thank you for mentioning this very powerful lesson, that setting priorities for ourselves. Like sometimes we discuss a lot. Like we say you have to do this, you have to do that, you go there, you go that place, that areas, and you'll find it. And most cases say, the next day, that group of people is like, okay, I'll try another day. you know so the very fundamental thing is, how should I start? It's for everyone, like for professionals, especially for students. So like for students interested in global affairs but unsure where to begin, what small fast steps would you recommend for them?
I think that I would recommend starting with curiosity. Read international news regularly, follow global affairs, attend this type of conference, of webinar, and participate in student organization. I think that if you participate here in the last point of student organization, was a very, very, very big result in the future. I always say that a small action taken constantly and can gradually build knowledge and confidence. When I started to study when I was 18, I never imagined this type of webinar. So I think that this is the reason why constantly, I don't know what this word, never I can pronounce very good, but constantly can with a good and big future for you.
Absolutely. Your experience includes humanitarian work, political analysis, to different environments. What common lessons did both teach you?
I think that work experience told me the importance of understanding different perspective. When I analyze one political issues, and when I don't know work with different people, I have to be one person very empathy and critical thinker. That's be one person critically and empathy also are very essential for all type of work. In I don't know in scenario mundial, I have to be one person very critically, but in Red Cross, I have to be very empathy. So the combination about 2 points are very important of my career and of my person too.
Yeah, that is, like a situation wise, where you are, where you are working for at is very important. Yeah. And networking, like when we're students, still as a professional, we hear a lot networking. Like everywhere there is this buzzword. It will be all the time.
Yeah.
So, like what actually networking is, it's a very vast area. But if you share, networking and collaboration matter a lot in international affairs. So, how have relationships with professors, peers, or organizations influenced your journey?
Oh, I have a very good relation with all my teamwork. Like, I don't know, the people who work in Escenario Mundial, and the people like professor, how you say, in international relation. So I think that professors have provided guidance and inspiration, a lot of inspiration, and the people who work me in Escenario Mundial give me a lot of perspective. So growth is often the result of collaboration and shared different experiences. So all the people that I have in my side show me different ways to see the same conflict or the same thing. So for that reason, I love to be all the time with person because I have to learn all day, and I think that the best option to learn is learn about the people.
Absolutely. And also, like how based on the depth of relationship, they should ask for support. Like it's not like, oh, I'm connecting with you today and just
Yeah,
say, oh, can you support me go to Argentina? Can you help me arrange my visa, for example? It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. You are, like, understand, find common interest, and then, like, step by step you, it's like helping each other. So just do not jump on your requirement without understanding the person you are trying to get assistance from.
yeah.
So yeah, it's very important. And like, looking back at your undergraduate years, what experience had the biggest impact on your personal growth?
Oh, it's to international relation. If I never choose this career, maybe I never do this webinar. When I
Yeah,
was yeah, when I was young, I remember that I want to be one lawyer in one day, and maybe if I don't know, I choose it this way, I never be the person that I am right now. So I think all the all the things that I did in this year is because I studied international relation, and is one career that I choose all my life, all time. I can choose this career again.
absolutely. This is, like, when you really understand yourself and you really know where you want to go, then you know the you can see the road, you see the path in front of you.
Yeah.
So, like, we are almost at the end of our session,
Mhm.
but like, we had some great discussions. We want our audience to reach out, or speaker, like, you can reach out Maria through LinkedIn if you want to connect, if you want to discuss, if you have more questions to ask, you can, like, connect with her. She'll support at the same times. Uh, you already know a lot of Argentina supporters here. They're waiting for the match on June 17th. But yeah, then definitely, if they want to learn more how as a student she developed herself, like a seasoned person, definitely reach out to her and you can ask questions. But the last question is, finally, what message would you share with students globally who want to turn their university years into a meaningful journey of leadership, impact, and long-term purpose?
Yes. I have a lot of friends that my friends wait to be, sorry, to the graduation for start to do things. No, don't wait until graduation. Don't wait. I don't know. And one day, and especially, just do that thing, do that activities. Start with that book. I think that take advantage of opportunity to learn, volunteer, write, and research, and connect with others. I always say that the best game in my life is be outside to my zone of comfort. And every experience, no matter how small, can help you in your future. So I think that the best option is not wait anything and no one. I think that life goes on, so start now for everything.
Absolutely. Like I must say, you love your life, you know what you're doing, your priority first of all is you. So that's the important part, like the more we invest into like after ourselves, that is the best investment. So Maria, thank you so much. Within this short time you shared briefly about your lessons learned, so students can actually relate
Mhm.
how they can lead their student life as well. So on behalf of School of Entrepreneurship Development, I share our sincere gratitude towards you and thank you, and we wish you very best of luck. You have a long time ahead. Whatever you do, you just excel and keep inspiring people around you.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me here. I have to say sorry for my English. I think I know that
It's
it's
absolutely
very
fine.
thank you so much for inviting me. I It was a pleasure.
You're welcome and have a good day.
Okay, okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.